All right, so we're here. We're here for a reason. I don't know what the reason is because the world has turned upside down. Yes, it's a world gone mad. We won't spank the monkeys. The monkey will spank us. So, and this is why I say we are upside down and backwards.
Why do they hate tobacco? And it's not because it causes cancer. They don't care about your health. They closed the gyms during COVID. Anyone who closed a gym during a pandemic that killed people who were fat clearly doesn't care about your health at all. They hate nicotine. They love THC. They're promoting weed to your children, but they're not letting you use tobacco or even non-tobacco nicotine delivery devices, which don't cause cancer. Why do they hate nicotine? Because nicotine frees your mind, and THC makes you compliant and passive. That's why they hate it. It's a real threat to them.
All of a sudden, weed makes you compliant, and and tobacco is a threat. And tobacco opens your mind. I thought it was the other way around. I thought tobacco or THC opens up things that weren't open before.
Possibilities, sure.
Yeah, and gives you more freedom mentally.
Hey, I think so.
I turn around and say, and the other thing about Tucker is he's saying that we're pushing marijuana on the kids.
Yeah, like the whole gay trans drag queen thing, which they're now making illegal in this state. Drag is going to be made illegal. Sarah is making a executive order to ban it. Yeah, it's nice, huh?
That probably won't last long. All somebody has to do is
so the next governor.
No, they can challenge it in court. It's unconstitutional.
Right. Yeah, but you know what that is? Time and money. So you got to find someone who's got the time and money. I hope so. It needs to be challenged. But that's what they want because they're hoping our Supreme Court will back them up.
Yeah, because they've done such a great job so far, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Some things have surprised me that they've stood their ground on, which.
That's what I mean. I mean, like.
There's a few things that they still are cool on.
Here's what it is. They know that they're allowed to fuck up. And fuck up once big time. So they did the Roe versus Wade thing, screwed everything up. And then they said, okay, we really fucked that up. We got to start playing ball for a little bit before we can do another screw up.
No, they're still doing, stupid things. But.
So. Yeah. And this isn't all, he wasn't just about all cigarettes. They want to ban menthol cigarettes.
Yeah, I know. I saw that story. I couldn't believe it.
And it's like, why? I mean, if you're going to ban cigarettes. Why pick a
the menthol do more damage. They do more damage to your lungs than a regular cigarette does. Menthol cigarettes. They scratch your lungs and cause them to bleed. Stuff like that, The fact of menthols.
I thought they fixed that like 30 years ago. They took the fiberglass out. They took the fiberglass out of the filters.
I don't know.
Because I know that was a problem for a long time with cool cigarettes. And then they
perhaps they see it as a flavoring, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm like. I'm like, because I know that they up here they ban what do you call those things? Vape flavors, specific ones.
They want to make it as they want to take the pleasure out of it,
right?
Because after a while, once I moved to Florida, I switched from a Marlboro Red, I think, to a menthol light. The heat was too much, and I didn't want to quit, so I tried those, and that's what I smoked from then on out.
Did your lungs start to bleed?
No, I never had that issue. Nope, and I smoked them for decades.
No, I know you. I know you smoke weed.
Oh yeah, constantly.
And you know a lot of people who do.
Sure.
How many
Both
of those,
recreational and medically too.
how many of those people tried pushing it on kids?
Well, no, zero. But I'm
Right.
trying to think if maybe they might have been like me. I'm trying to remember how I got into it. I think maybe I don't remember if it was one of my brothers or a buddy of mine, one of my neighbor buddies. Might have been one of my neighbor buddies, but it wasn't pushed. It was a, hey, you want to try this? I'd already been smoking anyway. You know, I had already been smoking cigarettes since I was 9. I was like I think I was still 9, maybe 10 by the time I started smoking. But then it was recreationally then, of course, you know,
Right.
not all the time.
Right. Like I started in high school, thanks to Walter.
But as an adult, when I could, absolutely. Well,
But
before I became a mechanic, that is.
but I can't remember any throughout my entire life any adult trying to push weed on kids. And I'm damn near close to 60, and it hasn't happened yet. So I don't know what he's talking about we want to push weed on kids and take away cigarettes because they're bad. Well, yeah,
weed will probably eventually hurt the tobacco industry as a whole because, you know, people get hooked onto the feeling of that nicotine. They always want it. Now their body's hooked, but they don't really get that buzz anymore. You know, I'm not even sure why people really smoke. But anyway, but the weed thing, no, that's a little different. It does more for you than just, you know, it's beneficial, especially people with anxiety, depression, stuff like that. It's really
you know what? I wonder
trouble going to sleep, trouble starting your day, you know.
I wonder if he's talking about, because I know that there have been cases where doctors have prescribed THC for patients that have seizures and
glaucoma too.
And tremors, and it's for kids who have seizures or tremors, and it takes it like almost immediately wipes it out.
Yeah. I mean, that's where a huge push came from. I mean, there's a video that's going around. I wish I had it right on hand, but of a guy who's, you know, just shaking all over the place, and he is finally able to light up a joint and take a couple of pulls off it, and
20 minutes later,
you know, after 15-20 minutes later, he can go out in the world, you know, and for a while.
I'd like to see that happen with a cigarette.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
It might make a cause of something like that.
How do you compare something that's medicinally good for people and something that causes cancer and other things, other bad effects? How could you equate the two of them together and say, well, see, they're just trying to force a choice on you? Well, no, it's not. I mean, first of all, they're not talking about taking away all cigarettes. Just the minty flavored ones. You know?
Well, even Camel had one where you broke the
it was called
thing inside.
Camel Crush.
I tried those. Camel Crush. I tried those.
You
It's
could
like
leave
another
it,
gimmick.
You could leave the thing unbroken and smoke it like a regular cigarette, or you could break it and smoke it like a menthol.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I tried that a little bit. Yeah, another gimmick.
Oh, I know.
Another thing to get people to buy smokes. Like, puff away.
But I mean, isn't Murdoch in enough trouble right now with the polling machines and the voting machines that he needs his people going on and spreading absolutely positively false and you know, just misinformation about things like tobacco
on air? It's indefensible. You can't defend against what they said. It's right there. It's not like, well, they said this, you know, like it's secondhand information or an email or whatever. You know, a tweet. This is actually them. You could hear their inflection. You can hear their passion on what they're talking about.
Here's the problem I have with the clip about Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson uses a lot of generic labels.
Yeah, he calls them opinions or questions.
And he says, they're trying to take this from me. Who's they?
Right.
Why can't you tell me who they is instead?
Right. Who are the they? Tell me these people, you know?
Yeah, they're trying to push it on kids, and they're trying to take the secret from you.
Every single time I hear Trump say, well, these and those and they, just like what you say, you know, names, man. They want to, this investigative committee for is to unredact the names of the people who anonymously blew the whistle on certain behaviors, certain emails, conversations, and things like that are getting some of these guys in some serious hot water, and Jim Jordan's one of them.
They just put out pre-orders for K23 for WWE. John Cena is the cover.
Cool.
Why?
I don't know.
What's that?
Sorry about that. It was a oh, is there something
Unrelated?
Yes. So apparently they're having a little bit of trouble. Murdoch is in court. Put forward quite a few motions, and they all got knocked down.
Yeah, for Dominion Day, they all got shut down. But
yeah.
So it's going to jury. It's going to trial.
Right. Now, I don't know if he thinks he wants this or what.
He doesn't want this. This is terrible because it's going to set a precedence for all these journalistic companies.
Well, what's going to happen? Yeah, well, he's claiming that's what he's claiming, but it also means that he's going to have to, if he uses the same defense he always uses, he's going to have to actually get on the stand this time and say emphatically, we are not a news channel. We are, you know,
we're an opinion channel or something.
Right. The old, who would take Tucker Carlson seriously? Now it's going to be who would take Fox seriously.
But it could put them in a totally other classification of activity too. You know, before they were under the umbrella of press. Well, if they're not news, then
that means
what are they under the umbrella of?
That means that shithead
that game show.
That shithead that shows up at all the Washington press conferences, he won't be allowed anymore because he's not news.
Yeah, that's right. No. You know what they say about opinions?
Oh, this guy's got plenty of them.
They're like us. So,
to summarize, Tucker Carlson thinks that they are coming to force your kids to smoke marijuana and take cigarettes away from the big boys. Because that's their agenda. That's one of the
first things they did was pass it in the house so you can smoke again.
Because cigarettes free your mind and weed makes you compliant. I'm sorry. Does he mean nonviolent and docile, or does he mean like you're gonna let them just put shackles on you and start in a rock quarry?
I will say it makes me more prone or more. I will desire a conversation over, I'm going to kick your ass,
right?
When I'm high. But that doesn't mean if you decide conversation is not the way you want to go, I can accommodate that as well.
Yeah, but anyway.
I carry a big stick.
See, that's not compliant. That's not being compliant.
But it's being beaten into compliance.
that's being intelligent. Not enough people around use their brains, and they all just resort to violence.
I don't think smoking is a bad decision. Getting high is probably a better decision. Especially if you do have an issue. Because you get a little bonus at least. You'll be a little bit more relaxed more often. You'll be less prone to anger and violent outbursts. Maybe a little bit more prone to raid the fridge.
I'm kind of curious. He said it makes you compliant. I wonder if I find a really heavy stoner, if I could just walk in and say, hey, this is my house now, you can leave. And he'll go, okay.
Drops $50 on the counter on the way out. With the keys to the car, too.
Yeah, because that's what stoners do.
Right.
Exactly. And the thing
We
is,
need to go back to the majority wins. That's what we need to go
and the
to.
thing is, the people that watch his shows buy this stuff. They believe him. I promise you, they're right now on the phone with their aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, going, oh, guess what? They're trying to push weed on kids now.
Isn't there I wish I could remember the state right now, but there's a state that for the first time in like ever, both the House and the Senate are Democrat, because they've had to go through decades of gerrymandering and
I don't remember
uphill battle the whole way.
state
It was
that
one of
is.
the I states, I believe. I don't think it's Idaho. Might be Illinois. I don't know. Darn it. I wish I could remember what that was. But anyway, there is the point is now that this is a finally Democrat-controlled state, they're very vocal on finally getting the wheels of things going again. And that means that the Republican minority is going to finally see it and maybe not be so reluctant, so resistant to hear what some of us have to say. You know?
We have one more quick topic to discuss, but first, this. Don't forget that as soon as we hit 50 subscribers, we will be giving away one Amazon gift card, one $50 Amazon gift card to a random subscriber. So if you guys want it, you got to help us out and push the subscriptions to your friends, relatives, neighbors. Oh, we're not asking for 100, not even 50 subscribers. I don't want 1 million. I don't want 100,000. I want 50. 50 subscribers.
Yeah.
And someone will get a $50 gift card. Now, with that being said, I think we need to cover this topic real quick. It's something that a friend of mine sent me on Facebook earlier. One of those I states, I forget which one, I think it's Iowa or Idaho, decided that they want to dictate what you can get with food stamps.
Yeah, I heard about this.
No meat whatsoever.
And
no
they
chopped meat, no chicken, no pork, no nothing.
No white bread, only whole grain.
Which I don't understand, because doctors have said that wheat bread is not that great for you. It's not as good as white bread for you.
Yeah, I know, but what about people with dietary issues and things like that?
Well, see, that's my other thing.
They're
there
afraid
are people,
somebody might buy a lobster. Oh my God! It just
there are
means
people who need protein. There are people who need that kind of protein daily, and to say, well, they're going to have beans, so that's enough protein. You live on that
food, though. That only certain kinds of beans, though, too.
Yeah, you can no longer get chili beans. You got to get,
right, because they want to
beans.
screw over the Hispanic Latino culture, probably, and that's stupid. That's ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous thing I've seen, to just screw over a friggin' culture. Are you kidding me? Just because you're butthurt about something, it's ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous, actually. They're gonna fuck over so many people.
You're not gonna be able to get shrimp anymore. You're not gonna be able to. People, those. I know that there's
shrimp you can get cheap, especially you get the smaller ones. I make tacos out of those all the time.
I know
cheap,
that there's
good meal.
I know that there's cultures within our country that make like gumbo.
Yeah. Throw
not
a
gonna be
little
able to do
in there,
it.
some flavor. You get the shells and stuff. Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to do that anymore. Backyard barbecues, you'd be lucky if you can cook up some Spam.
No, but it's ridiculous, though. That they're controlling what it just makes no sense. Like get out of people's business. They want in people's business so bad. They want inside their privacy, inside their homes. If they had their way, anyone on a government service, there should be cameras in their home. So they can film what these people are doing in their time all the time.
Well, I know
shit I'm
y'all
going through right now. It's ridiculous.
I know y'all are watching this, and what I want to say is there is a way to fix the problem. Remember this. Come election time.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely.
Don't let the time span make you forget.
And every election, from superintendent all the way up, from your clerk.
See, this is why they're pulling this. This is why they're pulling this shit now, after the elections, is because they know the next election is in 2 years, and they know that the American memory is not 2 years long.
Yeah.
And
I think with some of the things they're doing now, it's going to be very hard for them to forget. They've done a lot. I know that's why they're pulling these stunts early. The voting for nonsensical things.
Yeah, because voting for cigarettes in your office is a very important thing for the American people.
Voting to remove the cameras off the freaking floor. What are they afraid of?
Oh, did you see
What
Lauren
are they
Boebert?
afraid of us seeing?
See Lauren Boebert, how happy she was when they were taking out the metal detectors from the house? She was practically, come on, guys, this way.
Are they bringing their guns back in now?
She's gonna. And it's just.
Oh, and that thing about the vote for the speaker, that is, either party can do it. Democrats can do it too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so that's good. I think the Democrats should do it too. If they get a vote of no confidence, they should do it. Not to be spiteful or anything, just because he's not a good speaker.
He doesn't belong there.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that you as a supervisor or a boss or someone of a higher power has to make so many concessions to be in that power, they don't belong with that power.
Right.
If your accomplishments and your merits don't warrant you being in there without bribing people, and that's basically what it was. I'll give you XXXY if you vote me in. And without it, you're not going to get on these committees. You're not going to get what you want. So vote me in. And if you can't get into that office without that, you're in the wrong line of work. There is so much more that we could touch on tonight.
Yeah.
Why put it all out there all at once? Especially since some of them are you really need to go in depth for.
Now the people like us that are collecting benefits, man, are the ones that they're targeting us. They don't want to pay us anymore. Especially me in this state, I feel it. I'll be very amazed if I can maintain my case for much longer.
What state is Carrie Lake in?
Arizona.
Well, apparently she has plans to run for Senate. For Congress.
Okay.
I
don't think she can. I think a Dem is. I think that's that astronaut. He's in that spot now. And also, there's a Dem running against Kirsten Sinema next time.
Yes.
He's already put his bid in.
Yes.
DeLeo, I think his name is.
Yes.
That's what his name is. So my apologies if I butcher it. But yeah, man, he sounds like the 20 minutes or so I saw of whatever he had to say. Yeah, good. Better than Kirsten, that's for sure.
Yeah, I
I don't know
agree
what
with
the
you.
hell she's thinking. You know, I don't know what happened. Why? I mean, because they're targeting her too, her way of life. I don't understand. I don't. But if I were her other half, I would not be happy.
Targeting her way of life.
Yeah, she's in the LBGTQ.
Oh, is she? Did not
Yeah.
know that. You learn something new every day. I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Well, then that just makes me go shame on you even more.
I know, right? Exactly.
It's like that Santos jackass running around going, I'm gay, but I think all gays should be persecuted. Shut up, you ain't fucking gay. You're about as gay as my pinky.
Left or right?
Has to be right because the left one's already done that.
That was a rhetorical question.
But that's something we'll touch on another time because that guy Santos, we could do a whole show on him and still have material left.
Probably should, because it looks like the hot plate's getting turned up a few notches for him.
Ooh.
Anyway, it's another time.
All right, brother. Well, another day, another show. Appreciate you. And I appreciate all you guys. Don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe. And yes, I know I'm frozen. That's okay though, because I'm out of here.